there's some information that I was not able to get into the diagonal shell stitch tutorial, so I'm just going to take a minute to give you that information now. It's mostly based on the different colorways and patterns that I think I mentioned at some point in that video, but again, didn't have the time to actually show that. So here, this first example is from the Great Big Crochet Afghan book from the Needlecraft shop, and it's actually about the second pattern in here. As you can see, it is a diagonal stripe, and it's the same stitch, but I would probably recommend this, or again the more full solid color for that basket weave effect, just because it's easier to work in solid colors with something like this than it would be, you know, for the variegated, for the reasons that I've mentioned before. And also it would be a lot easier if you were to run out of one of these colors to just go and get a little bit extra. As you can see, a lot of written instructions and an idea of the amount of material that you would need for that, but no actual picture diagrams. So that was part of the reason why I waited so long to actually try this pattern. And here is actually the first example that I've had in my stash. It's again from the Needlecraft shop, the Afghan Collector series. It was a little book club thing that they had a few years back. And here we have a pinwheel pattern, and what this is it's done in the 2 color squares and then assembled to make that pinwheel pattern. Of course, you wouldn't have to do that necessarily, and this probably has the best actual picture diagram if you were needing that. And again, just to give you an example, it's the smaller squares, 4 small squares put together to make medium squares and then assembled to bring out that pinwheel effect. And again, for this one, it tells you to go to like row 11 or 12 before you do your color change, and then you're quartering off for that one. Now this last one is from one of my newer books from Leisure Arts. It's Our Best Baby Afghans. It's kind of a compilation of their leaflets and like pocket-sized books and some of their actual bigger books. And I do like this book for a few reasons. Number one is they did reprint this one, which is the pattern for one of the pieces that I put in one of the, I believe, the dial-out video as well. And I believe it was October for Opal, and if you're looking for the actual book for that, this is what the cover would look like, and it is the, I guess now they would call it book 1 of A Year of Baby Afghans, and that's what the actual cover would look like. I do have a few other reprints of that same book in here, but not all of them. So, and then just another quick, there's a revisit for the Rainbow Ripple. Again, not where I originally got that pattern, but just to show you that that is in here as well. And then here's what we were looking for, the diagonal shell stitch, and then with different color changes to make this kind of argyle plaid pattern. And again, it has a few picture diagrams, but not as detailed as, say, this pinwheel one. And then on the very next page, we actually have, again, the same stitch, but this one is done in rows. So this one you would actually start with a full chain, full starting chain, and then work up in rows evenly, and you wouldn't have to worry about the building up and cornering off for that. So, and there is a tutorial around here somewhere on how to do that if you were wanting to go that route. So that's just the extra information that I wanted to share with you for the diagonal shell stitch. Thanks.